Artists, our very first feature is about the present Mississippi Forestry Association Outstanding Tree Farmer of the Year, Roy Thigpen of Montrose, Mississippi. His story is a great example of land and trees as a legacy. Thigpen is now working to pass that legacy on to a fourth generation. Thigpen received his award last October at the MFA's annual meeting.
Yeah, it's basically a full-time job. It's something all the time.
Even though he is 76, Roy Thigpen is far from being retired. He's too busy growing trees and growing a legacy.
I've never seen anybody work as hard as I've seen him since we've been here. He has really put his heart and soul into it.
Roy and his wife Julia have lived on this tree farm 14 years, but the connection to this land is lifelong for Roy. The property has been a certified tree farm since 1960. The legacy began with Roy's father, Chester Thigpen, seen in this Farmweek video from 20 years ago. Chester became interested in tree farming long before most people realized the potential wealth of the state's timber industry. Chester was named the state's Outstanding Tree Farmer of the Year for 1994-1995. And in 1996, he and his wife Rosett were honored as the National Outstanding Tree Farmer of the Year. Although Chester and Rosett have since passed away, a sign on the property serves as a constant reminder of their achievement and the legacy connected to this tree farm. Today, under Roy's stewardship, the property has been described by an official of the American Forest Foundation as one of the best managed and well-kept loblolly pine stands he's ever seen. On the day of our visit, Roy was overseeing a second thinning in this 30-year-old plantation on the property. This crew had already completed a first thinning of this much younger stand of timber nearby on the tree farm. Registered forester TREY YOUNGBLOOD had just started as Roy's consultant when these trees were planted 15 years ago.
We just went ahead and got the logger to kind of come through and cut us some corridors. And we really didn't thin anything to the side. We just cut the corridors out and allowing these trees to put on a little bit more diameter. Mr. Thigpen is one of my more active landowners. He does a lot of maintenance on the property. He's constantly working out here. He's doing, maintaining the roads, bush hogging areas that you would never think you'd need to take your bush hog in, just to open it up and so he can, tell people, make it look a lot better. He asks a lot of questions. He goes to a lot of forestry meetings. He gets ideas, and then he tries to do it himself, which is great.
Another example of some of the forest management work done on the tree farm in the last 5 years includes the harvest of this 45-acre tract of timber and its replanting in loblolly pine.
And after we clear cut it, we came back in 2012 and just let it lay out in 12. In 13, we did an aerial herbicide application to kill the woody and grassy vegetation. And that was done in August of last year. And in November of last year, 2013, we got the Forestry Commission to come in and burn it for us. So in January of this year, 2014, we replanted it.
Well, we've been involved with the Thigpen Tree Farm for 50 years, our agency, and over the last 25 years or so, we were involved helping the Thigpens plant trees using various cost share programs. But over the last few years, we've been helping them a lot, doing some prescribed burning, trying to help them improve their stands of trees, and putting in fire lanes, and that's how we've been helping Mr. Roy and his family.
In addition to calling on professionals to help him manage his farm better, Roy is also involving the next generations of Thigpens in order to grow the legacy his father began. Roy and his wife Julia are actively involving the third and fourth generations of the family now in the management work on the tree farm. Grandson Roy Thigpen III, known as TREY, and son Roy Thigpen Jr. say they are grateful they have a chance to be involved.
One thing that he got myself and my son out here to do was just to learn how to do some controlled burning. One of the first things that he made sure was prepared first was we got the lane set up. And then from there, you know, we just took a small area, I want to say maybe a little under 15 acres, 15, 20 acres. And we just did a complete walk around in order to get the fire going in. And then once we felt comfortable that, everything was burning, then we walked through the lanes in order to ensure that we got the area covered well.
It was, I guess, being a young guy, it was kind of fun, you know, getting to play with a little bit of fire. And it was also fun, you know, getting to learn something new, you know, how I got to, I guess, burn off the natural vegetation and, you know, what it's actually for, you know, to help the trees grow. So it was a great experience for me. It's great to see, you know, my grandfather, you know, do the things that he loves. I like to say that he's my role model. He sets a great example for me, and I like to follow his footsteps.
And you know, again, it's a great example of what, you know, a significant asset, land and timber can be to a family, and how they're managing it, and then, you know, you're watching it go from one generation to another, and each generation is being taught how to manage it, how to properly manage it, to get the appropriate help, and that's really important, that bringing that next generation along.
In addition to his family, Roy Thigpen also promotes forestry to others. One recent event on the farm was a field day for youth for the National Wild Turkey Federation. And in December 2012, he hosted a field day here for the National Network of Forest Practitioners. Even a group of Jasper County fourth graders came out for a conservation field day in 2008. Proper tree farm practices, such as the establishment of food plots like this, continue to increase the wildlife on the place. There's even a pond for fishing.
One day I decided I think I'll have some fish for dinner. And went out to the pond and caught 5 fish, and that was enough for dinner. It was fun.
Roy Thigpen is an active member of the Jasper County Forestry Association, as well as the Mississippi Forestry Association. He enjoys sharing the lessons he's learned with others. His goal and vision for this tree farm remains the same as it was the day the property became his.
We tried to make sure that we continue what my dad started, try to make sure that we keep it up, and I look forward to leave it in a better shape than what I found it.
Those who know Roy Thigpen and know this tree farm will tell you the legacy is in good hands. From Montrose, Mississippi, I'm Leighton Spann reporting. And you can watch this story again on Roy Thigpen and his family at the Farmweek website, or on the Facebook page, or on the YouTube channel. The website address, farmweek.msucares.com. And we invite you to try out our Facebook page and give us a like if you wish. Facebook fans, remember, see our stories first on Fridays.